So what is it about a nice sunny day after it's been really rainy that makes it seem like everything's going to be okay even if everything else in your life is going wrong? I don't know what it is, but something about the sun coming out after it's been rainy just gives me that feeling. Not that everything else in my life is going wrong, but that has happened to me before, and there's something to it. I don't know what it is, but there's something to it. Yeah, I've had a pretty dramatic downswing in my poker play lately. It's been not a fun experience. I'm still in the positive for my overall poker play, which you can see in the graphic, but I'm not very positive compared to where I once was. Which leads me to ask the question, do you guys think I am a fish? Alright, so I'm not asking the poker trolls or the YouTube trolls or the Twitter trolls, guys that are just going to say, yeah, you're a fish, haha. I'm asking a serious question of, is my poker play sufficient enough to be profitable? Now, over the course of a couple of months, it has been profitable, but that's a very short and small sample size compared to what I would deem a valid sample size for determining whether my poker play is profitable. I know that you can't base a bad run as a base for that determination, but it still isn't fun to go on a downswing like that, and it does make one consider whether or not their poker play is profitable. That's just a question I have. You guys have seen my poker play in these tournaments. They're really small tournaments, but just based on my poker play, what do you guys think? And don't just say, you're a fish, yeah. Give me reasons. Tell me why you think my poker play is bad or why you think it's good. Either way, whatever you think, just give me reasoning. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So while you guys ponder that question, let's dive into some poker. We're playing the standard tournament at the local club with 100, 200 blinds. Our buy-in was $25 with a $10 optional add-on and another $20 optional add-on if we make it to the break. In this hand, we look down at Jack Queen of Diamonds, which is normally a hand I'd love to play, but it's been raised and then re-raised ahead of us, so we're going to go ahead and let it go. In this hand, the blinds are at 200, 400. We are in late position and look down to find King Queen offsuit. So we raise it to 3 times the big blind at 1200. We get 2 callers, so we go 3-way to the flop. The flop comes out with 3 hearts. We don't hit a pair or anything, and it's check to us, but with 3 hearts out there, we go ahead and check. The turn is the Queen of Hearts. So we now have top pair, but making a bet here isn't going to make anything better fold. So I just go ahead and check. The turn is a brick, and it checks around again, and I just go ahead and check my option. Sure enough, somebody has a heart, and I don't think we could have got him off of it. So take a minimal loss on this hand. This hand is a classic example of how I like to play on the button. 5 deuce of diamonds isn't a hand I would normally play at all, but when I'm on the button and it's been limp to me and I feel like I can just limp call, I go ahead and play a hand like this just because of my position. The flop comes out King 6-4 with 2 diamonds. It checks around to me, so I bet about half pot. We get one caller, so we go heads up to the turn. The turn comes out with the 3 of diamonds, so we have a flush and also a straight flush draw. We bet 1,500 after it's checked to us, 15. And the other player folds, so we don't get to see if we hit the straight flush or not, but we take down a pot.
Ooh, straight flush.
So in this hand, the blinds are at 1,500 and 3,000. We're in the small blind. 2 people limp ahead of us, and we look down to see ace 10 off. This is a hand I would oftentimes raise in this spot, but for some reason I decided to just limp, and the big blind limps behind me, so we go 4 ways to the flop. The flop comes out ace queen 5, so we hit an ace. And one of the limpers tends to try to steal pots, so I want to just check here to try to induce a bet from him. Sure enough, that player makes a bet, and I go ahead and just call to see if he will keep barreling. The turn is a 10, so we've hit 2 pair. I go ahead and check to see if the original bettor will bet, and sure enough, he does. And he doesn't have that much behind, so after he makes the bet, I go ahead and shove all in, and he snap calls. He shows ace 7, so we are ahead right now with our 2 pair. Unfortunately, the river comes with a queen, so we chop it, aces and queens with a 10, but I think we played that hand pretty well. So in this hand, the blinds are at 1,500, 3,000. We are in early position and look down to find pocket 10s. So we go ahead and raise 2.5 the big blind, which is 7,500. We get 1 caller in middle position and go heads up to the flop. The flop comes out king 9-3 rainbow. We make a continuation bet just to get some information on where we stand, and the player in middle position is fairly tight and he calls. So we go to the turn, which is a brick, 5 of hearts. I decide to check, and the middle position checks behind. The river is another brick, 2 of clubs. I could bet here, but really the only thing in the range of the middle position is a king, and I don't think a bet is going to get him off of it.
Yeah, I know.
So I just go ahead and check. Sure enough, he just turns over a king, and so we give up this pot for a relatively small loss.
I know. I was hoping you'd check with a draw.
In this hand, we have less than 10 big blinds and look down to find king jack of hearts in middle position with nobody limping or raising ahead of us, so we shove all in.
Yeah.
We get snap called, and the person that called happened to have pocket aces.
Gotta record how you died.
And as you can see by the board, we bust out of the tournament.
I lose.
So as you guys saw, I busted out of that last tournament that I had filmed, but I wanted to give you guys a few updates, just new things that have happened since I recorded that last tournament. The tournaments that I play are part of what's called a Top Dog series at the club that I play at, and so part of the prize pool is taken out for a final tournament that's technically a free roll tournament, and the top 20 players in that Top Dog series get to play. So I played that tournament and happened to win that, so that was a kind of a confidence booster. I know earlier in this vlog you saw I was kind of discouraged after several losses, but that last win kind of bumped up the courage a little bit more, and was a really nice win. I won $580 in that tournament, so that was a nice boost. Another development is I'm starting to deal poker at the local club, so that's helped my income a little bit. I can't remember if I told you guys or not what I normally do for a living. I'm usually a driver for UPS, but this is a really slow season for them, so I haven't had any hours or anything, and so that's given me a lot of time to study poker and to make these vlogs and things like that. but at the same time, it's made my wallet kind of tight, and I've had to use my bankroll to pay for bills, which doesn't help with the poker bankroll. So that's kind of an update. Also, I've been playing cash games, and kind of been a roller coaster. I've been up and down. I think I'm positive about $200 after, I don't know, 12 sessions of cash. I haven't played that much cash, and I'm kind of new to it, so I can't expect to do amazingly well at that when I first get into it. But anyway, what do you guys think about me continuing to do these vlogs? Do you want to keep seeing them? I know I have about 400 subscribers now, so I'm assuming those of you that subscribe to me do want to keep seeing the videos, but let me know if you do. They're a lot of work, and if I keep putting the effort in, I just want to make sure people still want to see them. So let me know. If you do like this video, click the thumbs up button. That helps me get more views and more subscribers. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to have a new vlog out soon. So one last thing, if you guys have seen my pilot episode, you saw that one of my hobbies is storm chasing. And so at the end of my videos, I'm going to start plugging in some of the photography that I've done, just so you guys can get a taste of that part of my life too. See you later. So headed out to play poker tonight, and there's a cat in my room with no legs. What on earth?